What's up, everybody? Jeffrey from Gaming in Circles, and here I'm talking to you about another prediction video. Unlike the Sony event, this one's going over EA Play Live, which is taking place on June 11th. And today we're going over 5 predictions that I think will be taking place or, announced, whether it's games and stuff. So let's get started. Alright, so prediction number 1. So what I think will happen first, or not even what happens first, my first prediction is that Battlefield Bad Company 3 is getting announced. So you see, EA already said that we're not getting any Battlefield this fall. Battlefront support just ended, and Battlefield 5 support ended, I believe, this year or late last year also. And so while we know we're not getting a game release this year, I do think we're going to get some sort of teaser trailer or some sort of early gameplay look at Battlefield Bad Company 3. And even if it's not Bad Company 3, I still think we're going to get some sort of Battlefield game at EA Play Live. It's just a matter of what form that reveal or announcement is going to take. Alright, prediction number 2, which I think is new Apex Legends content. Yes, I know the new character just got released, but seen over past events, Respawn Entertainment was at the Game Awards with the seasonal event, and this is what I think will happen at EA Play Live, is another seasonal event announcement. Since the character just got released, I don't see anything big happening, but I think they still want to have their presence there and presence shown and talk about how well the game is doing, talk about how that new character Loba, how she's doing. So yeah, I think even if it's just a seasonal event, I think Apex Legends will be there. Third prediction, which I think is a new Star Wars game, is announced. Project Maverick leaked on the PSN store, and although there's been reports, Jason Schreier reported that's a smaller experimental game, I think we'll get a big blowout, especially considering next generation consoles, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X are coming. I think this will actually be a cross-generational game, seeing how it was leaked on the PSN store. And from what the cover image on PSN looked like, it looked like there was some X-Wings there and stuff. So I think we'll be in control of X-Wings. I think, space flight, space combat. We just had Jedi Fallen Order last year, so I don't think we're gonna get another third-person Jedi action game. And this one will be wildly different, which I suppose, I could see it starting off with the trailer, then leading into, a developer interview, and then maybe some short shots of gameplay. And I think people will be excited. You can never get enough Star Wars as long as it's done right. And I'm hoping that since Jedi Fallen Order, EA is going to continue that streak of good Star Wars games, and especially since Battlefront 2 had its redemption arc. I think it'll be a good opportunity to show another great Star Wars game. Okay, prediction number 4, which is sort of boring, but I think we're going to get an NBA Live 21 debut, and this personally has me excited because in terms of basketball sim games, there's not really a great one. Yeah, 2K is good, but they still have some issues on their end. I'm still not a fan of their VC approach, using VC for every mode. How they want players to constantly buy VC, whether that's My Team packs, upgrading your player in My Career, and cosmetics for your player, which the cosmetics stuff I can sort of understand, but they constantly want you to grind and grind and grind. And NBA Live, I feel like, has so much potential to be a great competitor to 2K and honestly be the king of basketball sims if they can just get their animations and graphics right. I feel like in terms of like mixing basketball culture, they do that well. You get to play as hip hop artists and YouTubers and people that are fans of the culture in their in their non-NBA play, their park style gameplay modes. And I feel like if they can just innovate on that aspect, and in terms of making sure their graphics and animations are at least up to par at NBA 2K, I feel like they can be that competitor in which basketball fans are hoping for. And this is what I think they'll do. I think they'll announce it. I think they'll show it. I think we'll be excited at first, but I think in some way we might end up being let down, but I hope that's not the case. But I hope they can, actually, take a chance and actually do a big blowout, because, they missed the past year. They took a year off, and I'm hoping it's not going to lead to what happened, a couple years back where they ended up taking off like 2 or 3 years off. Yeah, so here's hoping for reinvigorated NBA Live 21 on next-gen consoles. Okay, so for my fifth and final prediction, I think we're gonna get Plants vs. Zombies 3 announced for Nintendo Switch. I know they made a huge amount of gameplay variations in terms of going from 2 to 3. Instead of going from the landscape view, they went to a portrait view mode. They changed it up so it's free to play. And I really think this is a good fit for Nintendo Switch. I don't know exactly how they're going to change it, considering that they changed it to portrait mode on phones. Switch is more of a landscape view style device. But I think they can make it work, and I think it'll honestly be a great addition to the Nintendo Switch library. That's, the Nintendo Switch is portable. It's a great idea to get people playing on the go. And even when you get in dock mode, it'll be one of the first times we can have that a good, I wouldn't say it's not the first time Plants vs. Zombies has been on a big screen, because, I think Plants vs. Zombies 2 or 1 was on PSN a while back, but it can be for a new take and see how people like it and enjoy it. That's not always on their phone. I've never played it because I don't really play mobile games like that on my phone. But if it came to Nintendo Switch, I would sure try it out. And yeah, so those are my 5 predictions for EA Play Live 2020. It's taking place June 11th. I'll probably write a blog post on gamingincircles.com, about what they announce. And what are your predictions? What do you think is going to get announced at the event? And remember to like and subscribe for more videos like this, and to follow us at Gaming in Circles on Instagram and Twitter. Out.